Welcome to your AP World History course. This course is both cool and interesting, but let me give you a fair warning. This course will cause your stress levels to go through the roof, to a new height that's never been reached in your entire life. Now, let's get down to business. You might want to start taking notes now, because these notes will eventually become your AP World History Bible. To help you survive this course and get through the year with minimal stress. Now, let me introduce you to two of your best friends. This is your AP World History textbook. It may be long, and it may be boring, but this thing is chock full of information that I will guarantee will be on all your tests throughout the year. Let me give you a little tip of advice about this textbook. It doesn't make a very good pillow. Next is your AP World History test prep booklet. This thing is the best thing that will ever come into your life. It is chock full of chapter summaries, practice tests, and sample essays. This blue book will help you on the reading quizzes and the unit exams, so you might want to read this cover to cover.
Ways to study. The best way to study is to have your book, your notebook, and your pencil with you. No TVs, no video games, no cell phones. Make sure to dedicate at least 1 hour of studying every day. To take notes, you must take really good notes. Make sure to have detailed stuff about the time, the date, the people, and the place. The sort of way to study is just to follow the same path, but just kind of have your cell phone on or something. You might get distracted, but it's basically what most of us do. Make sure to take little breaks in between your study hours, and don't just write every word for word, because you won't really remember it. You're just writing the word for word. The one thing not to do is to procrastinate. As you can see, Sarah, she isn't reading. She's not memorizing the material, and she's going to make her life harder more later on. Playing video games, watching TV on the cell phone, and not actually paying attention to the material, you're just going to spend more times later on. Don't procrastinate, because you'll be up at till 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock trying to read the book. You won't really remember anything after 10 o'clock, and don't overstudy, because you'll just tire yourself out. Make sure to have a good study time. Make sure to have planned out every day. Study groups are good because you could help each other learn the basic stuff or learn the material in a different way. Good study groups will help each other, quiz each other, and make sure everyone understands the material the same way. A bad study group will basically just fool around, play around, not really read the material, and just basically not study.
Many people worried about the gap between
Pillow fights are not a good way to study. Throwing that pillow will never let you pass. Another bad way to study is to invite friends over that don't have the course. Make sure to have Make sure that people you invite over have the course and actually will help you study. The skate park isn't a good place to study. Another bad thing to do is watch TV and try to read. The TV will not help you understand the book better unless you're watching the program about the book, I guess. But in reality, most of us don't watch the type of programming. You won't really remember what you read, and when you have to take the quiz, you will just remember the TV. Bad thing to do is drink too much sugar or eat too much sugar, because you'll just freak out and not concentrate.
is very.
Very. Very.
Very.
Very.
Sarcastic.
Don't take what he says to you at heart. 'Cause most of the time he doesn't mean it.
Yeah, unless it's a test.
Yeah.
Then write it down.
If he says something is probably not going to be on a test, write it down anyway, because it probably will be. It will be.
Oh yeah, don't add him on Facebook either.
He'll just make fun of you later, and he won't add you.
He won't.
He won't.
Experienced. And don't be a know-it-all. You make the rest of your classmates, and you're not going to make any friends.
You will have no social life. At all.
Well, that's just with AP History. So good luck with that. Have fun.
Okay, we'll be talking about the AP Unit exam, which basically covers a section in time, and it ends with a big change. It also starts with a big change, and
Mr. Weber will give you a study guide, if he feels like it. If he doesn't, make sure to review the blue book, and if you missed any chapters, now is a very, very good time to go back and read them. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
you should start reading it yesterday.
Yesterday is a good time. I remember. But anyways, I digress.
The blue book will be your best friend, and you'll like to read it, but it's also good to have read the chapters, because it gives you more deep and detail what each section's about.
Also, Mr. Weber won't just test on the blue book. I know a lot of times it seems like it, but he might throw in a trick question every now and then just to screw you up. It's Mr. Weber. What do you expect?
Okay, study groups are a great tool to,
Anyways, as he was saying, study groups are really great. You get together with friends and pool your knowledge together, and you have a broader range of information. So anything you may not know, somebody else might know. And then you can transfer info, and who knows, maybe you'll remember what they said on the test.
And make sure to have people that actually studies, or that actually wants to pass the test. Because having people that just go out play video games or something won't really help you.
No, they'll be distracting. Trust me, they're distracting.
What you're going to remember is just words you read, and not the actual story or background from the history book. And just remember to get enough sleep, eat a good breakfast, and don't hit the caffeine too hard because you'll be up all night and just jitting all around. In the classroom. While you're in the classroom, make sure to take down notes, ask questions, and pay attention to the lectures. Your notes should be about the material and should be long enough that you could remember about the subject, but not too long that you just wrote down every word. You should also ask questions if you don't understand the subject or the material, because it will come back later on. And also don't worry about surprise essays.
Essays aren't as scary as you think they might be. In fact, they're actually a pretty easy way to get an A. You just have to know what you're talking about and what kind of essay you're doing.
Hopefully these tips and advice will help you in your AP History class. Thanks for watching.